This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6, and it reads through the Holy Scriptures, BibleGateway.com, KJV version of the Holy Scriptures, and it reads, And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. Matthew 24 and 7, and it reads, For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakarkadash. Double honors to the elders for preaching his word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. When I say shalom to you, Akim, out there. And this is a sit-down lesson that I want to bring out. And this was recently from yesterday. This was published by Haley Gunn yesterday at 2 o'clock p.m. from MSN.com, Radar Online. And it reads, Vladimir Putin sends warning. Read that again. Vladimir Putin sends warning to Joe Biden. Launches a new ballistic missile during, because I did a sit-down video. I did a sit-down lesson on that yesterday. Because Vladimir Putin in Russia has did a practice launch of a new advanced ICBM missile, as he sent this warning to Joe Biden. So that shows you increasing tensions between, the United States versus Russia. That's why I brought out the scriptures of Matthew 24 and 6. And this is what you call a rumors of wars are increasingly now so than ever between these two nations. That's just a prime example. Let me refresh it so I can expand the reading of the news article. Vladimir Putin sent a warning to Joe Biden through a launch of a new ballistic missiles during the U.S. president's visit to Ireland. The Radar Online.com has learned Putin successfully launched the new intercontinental ballistic missile on Tuesday evening to commemorate the 62nd anniversary of the cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin, if I pronounced that right, beginning sent into space. While Russia flexed its latest ballistic missile, Biden visit to his ancestral homeland, which is Ireland. Putin's new missiles were launched from the Kapushin Yard testing site in Akroskan and successfully hits the target Saryshagun range in the neighborhood country in Russian ally Kazakhstan. It says the Russian Defense Ministry released a statement on the launch while praising the Kremlin military efforts as Putin's war in Ukraine charged past its 1-year mark and no end in sight. It says the combat crew of the strategic missile troops successfully launched a intercontinental ballistic missile of the land-based mobile missile system from the Kapustin Yar State Central Training Ground in Astrakhan region, the Russian Defense Ministry said in a statement. Salakia for that, I couldn't pronounce the names right of that. But continuing on, it says the TASS news outlet report that the strategic deployment was aimed at testing the advanced military supply of intercontinental ballistic missiles. And this is the Russian Defense Ministry added that the launch permitted providing that design and engineering solutions use the deployment of new strategic missile completes are correct. It says under an agreement with the neighboring country, The launch was extended as a exercise for its hypothetical target in testing the engineering capabilities of Putin's new weapons in real time. The launch fully dispatched its mission, the Russian Defense Ministry says of the deployment. The new missiles were believed to be part of the Tableau ME system. And while it's not confirmed, a Russian military outlet claimed the launch was a test of the new equipment for the first time. And it says, according to the outlet, military Russia, the combat missile, also known as Yars-E, can be deployed from a mobile launcher. Local Russian news also claimed that the new missiles could solve the expiration issue of the previous combat equipment, as well as allow the payload to be launched on a platform unfiled in many modern missiles. The Kremlin was expected to test out more new combat equipment in the coming days, which includes the test of the deadly hypersonic Cermak rocket, dubbed the Satan II by Western countries. The Cermak rocket weighs around 208 tons and was said to be the size of a 14-story building. So yeah, as I was reading through the news article, as it says once again, Vladimir Putin sends warning to Joe Biden, launch new ballistic missiles during the U.S. President Joe Biden's visit to Ireland. I'm gonna bring that scripture out again as well too for edification of the sit-down lesson. And this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Right, that's what we're hearing. No rumor of war. Just like I mentioned again, I did a sit-down lesson on this yesterday. And this is an update to this. Vladimir Putin of Russia, they had launched that advanced intercontinental ballistic missiles. And that's sending a warning to the United States and its Western allies of NATO and Ukraine as well too. Because you have the tensions are going to continue to increase between Belarus and Russia, because Belarus and Russia, they are allies, versus the NATO of its army of allies in the Western countries, and Ukraine and NATO as well too, and the United States, I meant to say. Because you got the tensions over there in Russia-Ukraine situation is going to continue to escalate and increase more and more and more. So we're definitely increasingly seeing more and more wars and rumors of wars are heating up. And I'm going to go to verse 7. Matthew 24 and 7, and it reads through the Holy Scriptures. For nation shall rise against nation. Right, and that's what we are seeing. Nation shall rise against nation. A different nation of armies going against another different nation of armies. And that's what we're seeing. And that's a prime example. Russia versus the United States. That's what you call nation shall rise against nation. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Right, so we're going to continue to have escalations and tensions between these two nations of the United States and Russia. So with that, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying of this recent news article. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the elders for preaching his word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.